What's up all? Sweenholic here, and today we're going to take a look at the San Diego Comic-Con 2011 exclusive DC Universe Swamp Thing figure. Every aspect of this Swamp Thing figure flows together flawlessly. First is the exterior box, which is a swamp green and black. On the back is a brief bio of Dr. Alec Holland, aka Swamp Thing. Up front, through the vine-like cutout area, you can see a pair of menacing red eyes. Upon opening the box, the first thing you'll find is a small journal of Alec Holland. Additionally, on the upper cardboard piece, there are a couple of small items wrapped in paper and held on by tape, but more on those later. Finally, there's a giant Swamp Thing head. It's made out of green 100% recycled pulp material, just as the protector of the green would like it. On the top and on each side are push-in tabs, which you press to open up the Swamp Thing head. Inside is a separate red piece made of the same pulp as the face that serves as his eyes. And beneath that piece is the Swamp Thing himself. And by normal DC Universe Classic standards, this guy is ginormous, standing in at 9 inches tall. The amount of detail that went into Swamp Thing's sculpt is beyond words. He's of course green at base, with vegetation growing all over him, like vines, flowers, and mushrooms. He has his usual sort of sad, angry look on his face. Swamp Thing's head is actually the only part of the figure that's hard to the touch. While I can't really convey it in video, the rest of his body has kind of a moist and slimy feeling. This is possibly due to having a completely enclosed skeleton beneath his mostly solid epidermis. In fact, Swamp Thing's only visible joints are at his neck, shoulders, and hips. Beneath his swampy skin, he's articulate at the abs, elbows, wrists, knees, and ankles. There is no skeletal structure under the skin on his fingers, so if he came with any wieldable items, he wouldn't be able to hold them. Another limitation he has is direction of mobility. For instance, his wrists only move up and down with no swiveling ability. In my opinion, it's no big deal though. It just means Swamp Thing is a little less articulate than most DC Universe Classics figures. But for what he lacks in movement, he makes up for in size and accessories. Packed in with Swamp Thing is an absolutely amazingly sculpted stand. It's a section of swampland with a tree stump and a broken off piece of said tree. On the outside of the fallen wood piece is a set of skeletal remains. Swamp Thing easily stands on the peg via the hole on the underside of his foot, and man, does it all fit together like hand and glove. Swamp Thing's final two accessories are two of the hench monsters of Anton Arcane, the Unmen. First is Ophidian, a purple snaky creature with oddly placed pairs of legs. And then there's Cranius, the brain with a face who moves around on a hand. Cranius is completely solid, while Ophidian looks to have been assembled in a couple of places. However, it seems that no movement was intended as he can't twist or move his legs. Now, if you decide you don't want to display your Swamp Thing, the beauty of the pulp head comes into play. You can completely pack Swamp Thing, his stand, and even the Unmen back up into it and store him there. Keep in mind, the Unmen are exclusive to the Swamp Thing figures sold at San Diego Comic-Con, and are unfortunately not going to be included with the Swamp Thing figures sold on MattyCollector.com. But even without the Unmen, I'd say that $30 for an oversized DC Universe figure with a uniquely sculpted stand and a huge storage case is an amazing deal. So if you order him on August 1st, you're definitely gonna get your money's worth. Stay rad, friends.